Norman Woodstock Spalding, Barebones Broadcasting. I want to remind this planet of something emphatically. When the globe goes through Judgment Day, and it shall, when it's analyzed as nothing more than a function and a little priceless adornment thing of its maker, and just looked at and polished and fixed up, nothing more than that, silliness, drunkenness, prostitution will not be called the issue of any malfunction or problem going on here. It will be grumpy, stingy, restriction, not knowing how to manage employment will be always and is the only issue, the problem. Your drunkenness never had an issue here. Your silliness and engagement with sexual hormones and all that. Baloney! It's got nothing to do with your immorality. Your anger is more your immorality. You're lying to yourself and saying no when you could say yes. Your immorality. The only immorality you have. All things are lawful. All things are not expedient. What does that remark say to you? Most brilliant remark in the scripture. All things are lawful. All things are not expedient. What a brilliant remark. This human being is backed up. Still full of baloney. Wonderful remarks. Thank you, human being. Apostle Paul. Could you ever treasure the man enough? Could you? You could never treasure the Apostle Paul enough. You never could. You just couldn't. I am so in love with Paul, I'll tell you, to the day I die, I would make a pimple on Paul's anything. A definite voice of the Lord. Voice of curiosity, the Apostle Paul. Just your heart goes out and just, thank you, Apostle Paul. Keep it in mind, or you won't have any trouble with judging. Or you'll see things quite transparent. What are you going to do now? Because it's about generosity here and saying yes. And prostitution and drunkenness never had any problem. Ever! You're not conquered while you're in the middle of that. You lose in a state of fit and anger and bitterness and gnashing of teeth. You'd be better off to caught in prostitution, drunkenness. You'd be far more fit for Ulysses. Is that what they were doing, really? Prostitution, drunkenness when Ulysses showed up? Or were they mad in a wet hand? Were they celebrating his loss or mourning his loss? I don't know that story went down accurately. Because I don't find you caught in drunkenness and silliness right now. No, you're not. Nope. And you're worried about no-fly list. Who the hell wants to fly? Why do you? Where's your position to fly? Everyone's on a no-fly list. It's a dumb idea. Everyone's on a no list because this is a dumb idea the way it's working now. And I'll tell you, those that are so worked up about this sex scandal are the dumbest. And it's not the Secret Service, and thank God the Secret Service is not worked up. Please do not put on the charade. Tell them like Mike Tyson, I beg you, I bit his ear on purpose. I went out with whores on purpose. I do it all the time, and so what? I've only lost John Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. What do you want? All these presidents I've taken care of. I've lost 2 presidents, and you tell me I can't get drunk and go out with whores, and I'll tell you to go straight to hell. Sent the Secret Service to the stuffed shirts crying in citizenship, failing citizenship, cries about Secret Service drunkenness and prostitution. Go to hell, citizenship failing. Yay, Secret Service. Screw them in public. Mock them, Secret Service. Mock them. And confess John Kennedy's failure. Bring everyone on this planet to tears right now. Say, I'll tell you what, I did this and here's what I did wrong. And I'm goddamn sorry. Secret Service. Have a confession. And it's got nothing to do with prostitution and drunkenness. I bet you weren't doing that the day Kennedy died. I bet you weren't drunk that day, were you? And you weren't fooling around with whores that day, were you, Secret Service? You knew damn well what was going down. You were mighty sharp that day, weren't you? Secret Service.